Hello and greetings to everybody at the grand opening of the 2021 Brazil Trade Fair held by SEBRAE and by CES Brazil, which is the Brazilian Practice Enterprise Network and a very important member of the worldwide practice enterprise community. My name is Scott Mitchell and I am the Executive Director of PEN WorldWide, which is the worldwide Practice Enterprise Network. Today at your online trade fair, we were going to give you some overview about the international network of practice enterprises and some information about what happens in other countries and some exciting events and details about what you as Brazilian students and Brazilian trainees in practice enterprises are able to do. I'm going to stop my screen share and let my team now present themselves.
Hi, greetings from the International Coordination Center. I would like to say hi. My name is Victoria Hadler, and I'm the Communications Coordinator at PEN WorldWide, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today.
And Vicky, you're from what country originally?
I'm from the Czech Republic originally.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to meet you virtually today. My name is Senja Zenz, and I work as International Marketing and Development Manager for PEN WorldWide, and I'm currently in Germany.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Laima Batkanaite. I'm originally from Lithuania, and I work at PEN WorldWide as Operations Coordinator. Greetings and congratulations to your trade fair.
Thank you. And I'm from Canada, so we're very happy to represent all different countries from around the world for your Brazilian trade fair today. And we're just trying to change the slide here to our second slide. So this is the online platform that's being used from the SEBRAE CES Brazil network. So we want to show you have our little logo down in the bottom of the screen with the simulated enterprise network, which we call Practice Enterprise internationally, and hosted by SEBRAE, which we're very happy to have in our network. Today, we're going to talk about our association, our network, some of the concept of practice enterprise, some events, and then how you can connect with us as well. So first, a bit of information about our association. This is our team that you're meeting here today. We also have an IT coordinator who's on the left, Naima, who's originally from Bangladesh. And the entire PEN coordination team is always here to help all of the Brazilian trainees and the trainers with anything that you might need. On the CES Brazil website, if you want to have more information about the international network and about PEN WorldWide, you can see right in the very center of the web page, there's a tab for PEN WorldWide, and you can see at the bottom, you have our information in Portuguese, and you can click and go to our web page and find out more directly about us. For the international network, we're located in 42 countries around the world, and we have meetings in different countries twice a year. Of course, we have not held meetings in the past 2 years. We've been doing it online, just like your trade fair today, but we hope next year to go back to the in-person meeting, and we have representatives from around the world, and we can see our Brazilian representative, Wendell, almost in the middle of the photo here. This was taken in Vilnius, Lithuania, back in 2017. This is our managing committee, which is like our board of directors, and they wish you a great trade fair in Brazil. And we have managing committee members, including the presidency from the USA and other representatives from France, from Netherlands, from Germany, and from Belgium. And now, sorry, a little bit about our network. So the Practice Enterprise Network itself was started back as a European Commission project way back in 1993. So it's been 28 years that we've existed around the world. And we've grown over the course of the 28 years. We have these national members meetings or international members meetings. Our 50th one was in 2018. We had our first big Europe-wide trade fair, and we even had some participation from Brazilian teams at the trade fairs in Europe and other trade fairs around the world. We had Brazilian teams in New York City, and we've had Brazilian participants online with us as well, all leading up to today's Brazil Online Trade Fair that's being held as a key event for your network this year. We started off with 12 countries and grew to 29 countries, and now we have 42 member countries from around the world. The structure of the International Association, it's actually a very big international network. So we have 42 national offices, including CESPRECIL as one of our key national offices, and over 7,000 practice enterprises in classrooms around the world, and more than 200,000 trainees and students that participate in the Practice Enterprise program each year. Worldwide, we can see the big star in Brazil, which is one of our key member countries, and we have practice enterprises across South America, North America, across Asia, and across Europe and into Africa. This is in the Americas. You can see that, of course, our most important practice enterprises in the Americas are located in Brazil, but we also have practice enterprises across North and South America. Here's a little map, a little list of the countries in our national network. We have the most important country in the world, of course, is Brazil, that we can see on the left. But we also have other important countries, including all of our 4 countries, Canada, Lithuania, Germany, and the Czech Republic, as well as many other countries from around the world. A little bit about the concept of practice enterprises. So the concept is very adaptable. So we can see practice enterprises in secondary education students, like we have in Brazil also, vocational educational students, also in Brazil. But around the world, we also have practice enterprises for university students, for disabled and disadvantaged students and groups, as well as for aspiring entrepreneurs that we also have in Brazil. And we also have practice enterprises specifically for adults who are looking to be reintegrated and get new jobs, or what we call job seekers. So many different groups that use the Practice Enterprise Network worldwide. We talk a lot since the start of this crazy pandemic about what is the future of the practice enterprise and how can we use this concept to better learn the new business skills that we've taken on inside the pandemic. So one important element is the digitalization of the labor market, that we're doing things like online trade fairs. We're learning to use tools like Google Meet and Teams, Microsoft Teams and Zoom, and all of these new technologies. We're learning about internationalization at home. So you have this wonderful presentation from these 4 strangers from different countries around the world. But using this practice enterprise concept, you can get in touch with trainers and trainees and students from all around the world and get this international experience from your homes in Brazil. Also, the practice enterprise is very good for learning about entrepreneurial training. So you're learning about how to manage your business. And maybe some of you in the future will become real entrepreneurs and start your own business once you're completed with the practice enterprise training. And we have a lot of countries that have started with mentorships in real world companies. So companies that are linked or closely tied with the practice enterprise and selling the real products of these companies. So these are some of the elements that we're trying to implement in the practice enterprise of the future and what you're starting to see in your practice enterprise training in Brazil. So why is the concept so successful in Brazil and around the world? Well, because it's a very common concept. So you can see here that what you're doing as trainees and students in Brazil will be the same as what trainees and students in other countries are doing. So you're able to make a transaction or a trade and send your commercial information from Brazil over to Germany, just like what you would do in real life. Here are some images of some model practice enterprises to give you an idea about what happens around the world. So we have here some pictures from practice enterprises in South Korea, from Spain, from Austria, from Germany, from Palestine, and from Italy. So you can see that no matter where the practice enterprise is around the world, that the trainees and the students are doing the same activities that you're doing in your classrooms in Brazil. So who are some of these most important people in the practice enterprises? Well, you have the practice enterprise itself, which is a classroom that's set up like a real office so that you can feel like you're working in a real business. We have the trainees, who are very important. These are you, the students that are directly involved in the learning process, and you're operating your own business. We have the trainers. We have to give a shout out to the trainers who are very important. We're helping to motivate you and coach you on learning your new business skills. And importantly, we have the team from SES Brasil, who is your national Brazilian central office, who help to ensure that you have this real life model and that you're really simulating what's done in the real business world. The mentors or mentor companies are also able to assist you. And once again, the SES Brasil network, which is connected to the WorldWide network, and that connection to the 42 countries and 7,000 practice enterprises from around the world. The concept itself of practice enterprise is not only important in Brazil, it's important in 42 countries and has been recognized by the European Training Foundation, which is a worldwide training foundation body, as its best practice. And it has 1, 2, or 3 stars. And the practice enterprise was awarded 3 stars as an internationally recognized best practice in training for youth entrepreneurship for the practice enterprise training program. So we're very proud of that. And this is something that you can actually add to your curriculum vitae when you're looking for a job, that you've participated in this important concept of the practice enterprise. I'm going to pass to my team. I'm going to let them talk about events a little bit. And first, I'm going to pass to Vicky, who's going to talk about some of our commercial events.
So thank you for the word. And let me just start with mentioning that there's yearly a lot of events taking place in our network. We could kind of divide them into member events. So that means events that are organized by our member countries. And then we also have events which are directly organized by us at the International Coordination Center. So this year, we have also launched a new website where you will find all the information about the respective events. But in general, you can find all our events on our main website as well, which is www.penworldwide.org. And you will always find more information about the various trade fairs of members, such as the Brazilian one, which is now taking place. Then you may also find more information about different competitions, such as the social media competitions or business plan competitions. And you can also find more about the format, the Global Enterprise Challenge, which my colleague Laima will talk about in a bit. Here you may see a timeline of our upcoming events. So you can see kind of the rest of 2021 events and the upcoming in 2022. Right here, we cannot miss the Brazilian Trade Fair, of course. And we will also have a couple of exciting competitions coming up in November. So we warmly invite you, all trainees, to take part. And we will be looking at entrepreneurial skills, and we're interested in your inputs. So this will take place from the 8th to the 14th of November, and you're most welcome to join. And now I will pass the word to my dear colleague, Laima.
Thank you, Vicky. So the Global Enterprise Challenge is one of the biggest events organized in our network that brings together trainees from different countries around the world who work in multinational teams on a real-world business case study. Global Enterprise Challenges have been organized now for several years around the world in different networks, and Brazil has been very active in participating, and Brazil students have been excellent in showing their critical thinking skills, communication, and presentation.
I have to agree with Lima that the Brazilian students and the Brazilian trainees always stand out as some of the best when we have these international competitions like what Lima was mentioning, the Global Business Challenge. So congratulations, especially also to the trainers of the Brazilian network for your good job in training the students as well. I'm now going to pass to my colleague Svenja, who's going to talk very briefly about how you can stay connected with us online and on social media.
Yes, thank you for handing over the word. So as you've heard, we've got a lot of exciting trade fairs, events, competitions, and challenges taking place around the world. And we, of course, always want to keep you updated because we're looking forward to even more participation from the wonderful trainees from Brazil. And how do you stay connected and updated? So it's very easy. It really depends on which social media platform or links you want to use. So as you've heard, you can go onto our website, which is penworldwide.org, but we're also having our profiles on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter, and we also have a YouTube channel. So please feel free to check them out if you haven't done so already. And of course, follow our hashtags, which is hashtag penworldwide and hashtag practice enterprise. So you automatically get all the updates in your feeds, and feel free to also post about the trade fair taking place in Brazil now. So please share your photos, videos, and insights and tag the WorldWide Practice Enterprise Network so we are also updated on what's happening in Brazil.
Thank you, Svenja. And when we get to the final slide of our presentation, you'll see some of those hashtags that Svenja mentioned, and please make sure that you use those following the trade fair today. Now, a few photos from our famous Brazilian colleagues. So we have some of our team from Sebrae and CES Brazil that went and visited our colleagues from Chile. Of course, this was from before the pandemic. So we see some of the CES Brazil team in the photo here. And here we have our two representatives that were with us at our last in-person international members meeting, which was held in 2019. And we see our colleagues, Wendell and Fabiana, that participated with us at the meeting. Always very happy to have a Brazilian team from CES Brazil represented internationally. Since the beginning of the pandemic, we've held all of our members meetings international online. Here you can see a number of our international colleagues from all kinds of different countries, and we're very happy to have had two representatives from CES Brazil. We had Tiago and Wendell that participated with us at the last couple of international meetings. Always happy to see you. Here we have from New York City in the past that we had some participants from CES Brazil in New York City at our trade fair. And here is a big team from CES Brazil that actually participated in the Spain or Spanish trade fair back in 2017. And there was actually a whole video created of this from the Brazilian team that did a dance for all of the international students and all the international participants from Spain and from other countries around the world. So it's always a pleasure to have the Brazilian trainees and the Brazilian students participate at our international meetings. Very last slide about the concept itself and what you can learn and importantly, what you can gain from participating in this week's online trade fair. So you can enhance your business competencies. You can empower yourself to learn about business skills and how to become an entrepreneur. You learn how to cooperate with other students and trainees and how to cooperate with trainees from other countries. You get to work in a team. You get that motivation of working like a real world business and dealing with other international trainees. And importantly, you get to learn by doing it yourselves as trainees, and you get to operate your own company, which of course is the most fun of the practice enterprise concept. So we would like to thank you for your attention. We wish you a great trade fair, and we're very happy to have Brazil in the international network, and always pleased to participate in any activity that takes place from Sebrae, from CES Brazil, and for our Brazilian trainers and trainees. You could see here some of the hashtags that were mentioned. You can copy our website and go to our website for more information. And on behalf of all of our team, we wish you a wonderful trade fair. Thank you, everybody. Have a good
Bye. Good trading.
Bye-bye.